finished up breakfast, and I fed Patches. Patches already ate this morning, and my wife is still sleeping. She's not up yet. And you were just talking about the weather, Joe. Yeah, it's pretty chilly down here. It's just about 40 degrees now, about 40. I think we're going up into the low 60s today, but I think we got down overnight to somewhere around 37, and last night, the night before, we got down to about 35 degrees. So I was getting a little concerned about a couple of the plants that I had planted outside, but they all survived. We never did have a frost, but we got pretty darn close. Got pretty darn close to having a frost here, which is very unusual for 10 days into May. So usually our last frost is maybe early April, mid-April at the latest, but boy, to have even a threat of a frost 10 days into May is really something. So let's see, I'll pass it back to you, Joe. And let's see, what do we have so far? We have yourself, Andy, Jeff, Al, and myself. I don't know if we have anyone else on frequency or not. Al, I hope Rosie, hope you're doing well. I know you had a couple little hiccups there, and I've been trying to get outside and get some work done, and been trying to get a lot of exercise. I've been walking or jogging every day. I've been really hitting the weights, which I hadn't done for a couple of years. We have a weight bench here with a barbell and some dumbbells and stuff, and been doing that pretty faithfully, at least 4 times a week. So trying to keep in shape. Hoping some of the tennis courts start to open around here. They still have most of them all shut down, so I've only been getting out to play tennis maybe once a week. Hopefully that changes soon. I don't understand the restrictions on that. It has nothing to do with spreading a virus. So, but anyway, back to you, Joe, and we'll see if we have any others checking in. N1 VIV in the AM Carrier Net Prenet from K2 Fuzzy Wuzzy in southern New Jersey.
3 MMR. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay. Might have been a little bit of a double in there, but I think I got everybody. We had Robin with ALS. W. Perry, W3MMR. Good morning, Perry. And Greg, AE109. So, was there a 4th station in there besides these 3?
Kilo Charlie 3 Hotel Echo Quebec. New guy.
Kilo Charlie 3 Hotel Echo and then
From southern New Jersey.
Kilo Charlie 3 Hotel Echo Quebec. Yes, with a G.
MMR. Good morning. Good morning.
Jackson, Pennsylvania. Steve, well, you might be hearing a little bit better, Steve. I'm not sure. It is Hotel Echo Quebec.
Yeah, it's Hotel Echo Quebec, Joe. Over.
Okay, there's a little bit of typing activity nearby. I've got it. Very good. Good morning, Jeff. Have you checked in here before? Find out. I don't think so. So, customary that we pump new folks to the top for introduction. So let me do this. 3, 2, 3. that. Pennsylvania, very good. Morning. And does seem like conditions are in pretty good shape. Hearing everybody fairly well. And good morning to Rob and Harry and Greg up there in Braintree, Vermont. I think we got a good 14 or 15 minutes before official start of the net, so let's spin it around here. I don't think we heard comments from Al yet, or at least I didn't. So heard from Jeff and Andy there. So why don't I send it to you, Al, and then maybe you can send it down to Rob and see who else you can pull in here before the official net starts. So how are things in Manchester? W1GTH and 1VIG.
W1GTH.
WATCDO. I have to go. I can't stay. If you don't put me in rotation, I have to leave. I got to take care of something. All right. Sorry about that. WATCDO. Hopefully you copy.
Yeah, Andy, you said you had to leave there and kind of returning a little bit. So I've got you up near the top of the first round, but you have to run.
Yeah, something came up. I can't stay. I'll be back next week. Okay, so don't put me in rotation. Have a good week. Enjoy.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. And I heard Gary in there. Good morning, Gary. And I might as well pick up whoever else was there. Maybe it was Bud. Was that Bud in there as well?
W1GTH.
Yeah, I heard Bud and Bob there. K1LC. W1GTH. Very good. And we've got another station in there, but we'll try to keep drawing them in as we go here. That's our way. I've got you checked out, Andy, but great to hear you. And hope that you're doing well there. I heard you were doing some repair of some test equipment or something like that, but I didn't quite catch all the comments. So down to you, Al. I've got to make another edit here. There we go. W1VTP. This is N1VIV. Yeah, okay. Good, let's start it up here.
Exactly 35.
Well, it's been,
Well, yesterday was a good day. I went up to visit a friend of mine who had survived COVID-19, he and his wife both. And we had a nice chat, and we discussed the appropriate ways of greeting each other. I guess the handshake is out. We need to get rid of that custom anyway. Google search one time, and it's not all that great a tradition, actually, if you go back in history. So maybe we need to adopt the Oriental bowing to the person. That was the no contact greeting. Anyway, that was I could pick up my wife and one and try to chat. So we got the property. And very nice. Very nice. So I turned it over to somebody. But no, N1LS. Rob, good morning. I'm fine.
All right, good morning. I'm having technical difficulty. I lost control of my mouse here for some reason. So, doing the, what's called there, the computer. So, good morning, everyone. Everything's good here in Greenwich here. Hello, Perry, way out there. So, all right. I got to fix his technical stuff there. So I'll be waiting for the opening there of the AM carrier net. So back to you, Joe.
Yeah, okay, very good, Rob. Didn't really know that. And 1 VIV. Okay. Still working. Keeping time. I've got an old MSJ 24-hour wall clock that I threw up. It's pretty big. It seems to be holding time.
We'll go by that here.
This is about 7 seconds. Not bad. I'll send it down to Terry. And then Terry, you can spin it up to Greg and KE1MI, and you'll see if we can pull Jeff in here for introduction before the next start. W3MMR down there near Philly. This is then 1 VIV.
Morning, guys. WA1 to UQM.
And, oh, hold on a second. Alright, here we go. Sorry. Hold on. Hey, good morning there, Jim. WA1UQM, checking in there. Good morning to Joe and Steve and Al and Greg and Bob and Bud and everyone else and Rob. Just on the Anon here this morning with the Henry 3KD amplifier. 600 ohm ladder line fed doublet. 65 feet. Signals are down here this morning. Signals are definitely down here. So hopefully things will hold out, but a beautiful morning here, a little chilly, but the sun's out and the sun's shining. And Steve, you're coming in quite well, Steve, as always. But the guys up north are a little bit down today. So, not too much else on the agenda for today. You just gotta do some household chores before we start the work week on Monday. So, up to you, Greg. Yeah, I wonder how you're hearing me. KE1MI and the AM carrier prenet. This is W3MMR.
Yeah, okay, Greg. W3MMR.
KE1MR, good morning to you, everybody here.
Last I looked, it was about 35 degrees and in the sun.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hello. Testing. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
And that's a good measure.
You're doing nice. I'm listening on SES WebSTR today.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Sometimes I get some local noise. It sounds like popcorny, staticky, popcorny type popping noise on. I don't hear it on sideband, but I hear it on AM.
1, 2, 3,
What the hell
4,
is that
and
about?
5.
So I'm listening on SES WebSTR this morning.
Everyone's something really good there, but you're about enough time.
You know, funnel ramp line, I should say, without the attenuator on the Finland here. Yeah, I don't know what I'll get into today. Today's Mother's Day, obviously. Gonna talk to my mom later. And I went to one of the local eateries to see a Mother's Day breakfast / brunch special today. So we're going to try to help them out. They've been closed for quite a while because of COVID-19, so we're going to go help them out, go buy some breakfast down there. And I usually cook my around midday on Sunday, make a brunch for my wife and myself, so kind of nice not to have to do that. So that's what we're doing. Other than that, like I said, to Milford, Pennsylvania anyway. They were decent here. Andy was a little weak, but some of the noise gobbled him up. I run the attenuator a lot in the Kenwood because usually I get about an F5 or just noise, just background hash. You would think being in a rural location, I wouldn't have those noise issues, but especially during daytime when 75 shuts down, boy, you get all kinds of buzzing and neighbor turns something on and makes a hell of a noise. Of course, the guy across the road raising cows in the summertime, so pretty soon I'll have the snap of the electric fence. And one thing the Kenwood's, the 430 lacks is the decent noise blanket. Always has, and just a design flaw. There's some mods out there to fix that, but probably not going to bother with them. Too much ripping and tearing on a 40-something-year-old radio. Anyway, I guess back to you, Joe. I think. I don't know. I didn't quite catch it. We grabbed a cup of coffee, so I'm not quite sure if that's the sequence right now, but back to you, Joe. We'll turn it to you. I don't think anybody came in after me, but I might be spacing it. N1BID, KE1MI.
Oh, I thought I heard a carrier there. There's Larry. Morning, Larry. NE1S. Very good. Good morning to you, Larry. And we've got a couple of minutes here before next time, so let's spin it down to our, I believe it's a new check-in. I don't know if we've ever talked to Jeff down in Pennsylvania before, but let's spin it down to him, and then I guess we'll come back to me to kick off the net. So I think it's KC3 Hotel Echo Quebec. KC3HEQ. And the AM carrier Freenet. Good morning, Jeff. My name is Joe, and I'm in Connecticut. Over to you.
Hey, good morning, Joe. Finally, thank you for your name there. I got November 1, Victor India Bravo. Yeah, I'm a new guy. Actually, pretty new ham. Finally was able at age 72 to realize a teenager's dream to get with radio. And anyway, glad to be on the net this morning. I feel like I'm intruding almost, but nice to experience the 80 meter band here. And just curious, Joe, is the signal getting out okay?
Oh, yeah, I was having a little bit of trouble earlier. It might have just been in a little trough of, up and down QSB, but I'm hearing you quite well now. You're about S9 to 10 over 9, and no problem, Jeff. And no trouble. It's tradition that we have a new check-in as long as it's not. We're getting that going. Right now, I'm hearing you just fine. What are you running?
Yeah, very good. You're 20 over here in eastern Pennsylvania, pretty close to the Delaware River, about 35 miles north of Philadelphia. This is an ICOM 1056 Pro. However, in the last week, I was able to put a NFED long wire antenna out. I guess it's about 250 feet long in total length and about 60 feet on the top of a couple of oak trees. And we run it through an AH4 automatic tuner, ICOM tuner. And so really, I've only had a couple days experience working with this setup. So glad to see it's working. Yeah, it's a gorgeous day here, and I have been unfortunately having to do a lot of tree work around here. The summer last war has wiped out an incredible number of trees, some of which threaten my house and barn, and so I'm getting real good with the chainsaw. But the good news of that is that I got a lot of firewood now, and I have one of those inserts into a very large stone kitchen fireplace. And whenever the temperature starts going down, I fire up that wood stove. And of course the house smells like smoke. Anyway, so that's just getting into the business and certainly loving it. And heard the AM carrier net a couple of weeks ago when I was just monitoring different frequencies. And geez, I said, you know, we got to mark down on the calendar. So I will say good morning to everybody and turn it back over to you, Joe. November 1, Victor India Bravo, Kilo Charlie 3. Jeff with a G in Oxford, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, okay, Jeff, very good. Well, good morning, and welcome to the net, and welcome to the hobby. That's fabulous. Very good. No trouble at all. And glad you marked it on your calendar at 25. But we're going to launch here in a minute after 8. So, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the AM Carrier Net. My name is Joe. My call is N1VIV. That's Victor, India, Victor. That's the correction for there, Jeff. And I'm located in Stonington, Connecticut. The AM Carrier Net is every Sunday morning here at 8 a.m. local time on 3835 on the 75-meter band. The AM Carrier Net was established for the purpose of promoting and enjoying operations in AM mode. It's a casual net, so there's no requirement to check in. Other than being able to operate in AM mode, we certainly like to hear from you check-ins. Folks who are beginning to explore interest in operating AM, whether you're on a recreational boat anchor or maybe trying to get a more modern radio to sound good on AM. On any given Sunday, there's a whole host of participants with knowledge and information to that end. So all are welcome. Please join in. So we'll take general check-ins, although I just want to acknowledge that after we had Bob, WNBTH in there, everybody else, I'm aware that I acknowledge you. I had Jim, and Larry, NE1X. So let's take check-ins for the net, any station, anywhere. Please call now. This is N1VIV. Yeah, very good. Good morning to Bill up there in the northeast corner of Connecticut, 81S8. And good morning to Steve, KB2N2N, on Long Island. Very good. Yes, very good. Let's see, any other check-ins, any other stations anywhere on the AM Carrier Net, please call now. Nothing else heard. So decent list to get myself started here. Got some coffee. Took a little longer than average to wake up this morning. And let's give another listen just in case. Any other stations anywhere for the AM Carrier Net, please call now. This is N1VIV. Yeah, okay, nothing else heard. So line up the order here and then launch round one. So I'll give the official rundown of round one. I'll get things started. Any comments? Yeah. We'll send it to Jeff. K2FW would send it to Rob, N1 ALF. And Rob, N1 ALF, you'll send it to Terry, W3 MMR. They're outside of Philly. W3MMR, we'd send it up to Greg. KE1MI. KE1MI, we'd send it to Bud. K1 Lima Charlie. And, boy, for some reason I wrote Bud down twice. I'm looking at the list. Because I wrote down Bud, and then Gary came in. See, I'm not that. The blade is not that dull this morning, and I wrote down Bud twice. So from Bud, K1LC, we'll send it to Gary. K1IC, K1 India Charlie. Okay, not about that. K1 India Charlie, we send it to Bob, W1GTH. And Bob, W1GTH, we send it to Jim, WA1UQM. WA1UQM, we send it up to Larry, NE1S, here in Gray, Maine. NE1S, we send it down to Bill. KD1SH, and KD1SH, we send it down to Steve, KD2NQM. Steve, if there's additional check-ins, we're going to tack them in after you. And if not, then it'll come back up to the top of the list to me and we'll take a shot at round 2. So, there's the rundown for round 1. Just running the homebrew transmitter this morning. Driving the Kenwood PL922 linear. Just about 200 watts into my dipole, which I was able to replace the feed line for that recently. Upgraded to some better coax. So I'm still kind of keeping my power level at around 200 watts, but that's getting the job done. Hopefully it is. So as many folks have mentioned, and I guess Greg would be the greatest illustration of this, is actually a few inches of snow on the ground up there in Vermont. Quite a chilly few days here. But, I guess it was some cold vortex, massive cold air that stood off the top of the hill right going to the eastern U.S. And so we'll have to put up some days. I looked at the forecast. It looks like it's going to be cooler than average for the next few days. But no, I don't think any more risk of snow or probably no more risk of frost, at least here in southeastern Connecticut. So grateful for that. And just trying to get caught up on stuff out in the yard, even though it was a little cool. I just got out there and kept moving, and it was good. And this week I was able to get up a new edition of my 160-meter dipole, and tested it out a little last night, but on sideband, not on AM. But looking forward to using it on AM, and seems to be working pretty well. I was about 7 o'clock last night. I was putting 10 over 9 signal down in Richmond, Virginia. So for that kind of day and that distance, that's pretty good. And so the only other comments I'll have is that I know Steve and Al and others have Jeff all have kitties. I've got increasing concern for our cat Callie because we're taking her to the vet tomorrow again, getting her a consult, because I'm not satisfied with how much she's taking in for food, and we've consulted with the vet. A couple of follow-ups, but we've got to do something. I just don't think like any kind of high-resolution imaging is going to lead us to surgery and things like that at this point. 11 years old, but we'll have to just keep working at it and see what we can do. She's not eating very much, and she has a pretty serious liver condition. So we'll have to see how that goes. We're going to keep trying and do what we can. That's not doing so well, but we're going to get another consult. So that's the kitty update from this side. And let's get things moving along here. So we've got Jeff down at the top of the list. And if folks could let me know if you're going to stay for round 2, that would be great. So, KC3HQ, AM the AM carrier. This is N1VIV.
Good morning again, Joe. November 1 VIV. Got it right that time, I hope. Nice to be with everybody. I don't want to take up a lot of time. Like I mentioned before, pretty new ham. And, excuse me, just getting my feet wet. 45. I mentioned before I put up a long wire, inside wire, with an automatic printer. And although my experience is pretty low in that class, I'm already encouraged by the performance. Seems to be doing a pretty good job. I'm only running 100 watts, although I'm on this radio. It's done a great job so far for me. And the tuner seems to work nice. It's amazing in that it's automatic and it's not nothing to do much in the work with the group that I've got. Anyway, that's on the radio. It seems like I have experienced sub-freezing temperatures in the middle of May before, and that produced a scramble down here to cover up the land. It's definitely raining around. And with all that wind, the tops on the tomato plant. Burning the plants that we had in the ground. Anyway, I'm retired. I've been for quite a few years. And living in Bucks County, in an old fieldstone farmhouse, which stone farmhouse, you know, there's constant work to be done. And I have a barn garage, a little office off the side. It's my shop. I have a little place to play radio during this pandemic. It's been a great hobby to have in light of the conditions. Anyway, I'm sure it's Joe, maybe somebody will say something here later than this, but I'm a 52-year pilot. I was a teenager, and I'm still active as a flight instructor down here in Eastern Pennsylvania. Member of the society, and so that's another hobby that's keeping me busy. Anyway, just in a nutshell, what I'm up to down here, and I want to turn it over to Whiskey Alpha 2, Romeo Alpha Foxtrot. This is KC3HQ, Jeff with a G, in Knoxville, Pennsylvania. Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you, Jeff from Pennsylvania. New York. KC3HEQ. This is WA2 RAS. Jeff, welcome to the hobby and welcome to the AM carrier net. Very nice to hear you. This is the first time I can recall a two-Jeff net. So interesting development. We're on a Viking 2 here with a Heathkit VS1. 160 watts of carrier, peaking at about 700 watts. Listening on a Hallicrafters SX111. Cold weather, wow. And just in time for the cold weather, about 10 days ago, I had no heat. So I called the company, and they came and they repaired the heat. And then a couple of days later, I had no hot water. Called them again and came back to fix the hot water, and then completed the trifecta, and was day before yesterday. I noticed the heat was coming on, but it was turning itself off after 3 or 4 minutes. So they came back again. They've been kind of living over here. But anyway, just have the cold weather. The latest purchase, I haven't gotten it yet, but on eBay, which is always interesting, I bought a sideband Engineers Model 34. So we'll see how that works out. If it doesn't work out, I will use it for parts, which I need. On the cat front, Joe, I'm rooting for Callie, your cat. I hope she's going to be okay. As I was mentioning on the pre-net, my daughter's cat from hell, as Al calls it, has been plotting and has formed an alliance with my daughter's boyfriend's dog. They get along great together. The dog is friendly. The cat seems to hate everybody. So you win a few, you lose a few. Anyway, this will be my only transmission. I will be listening out to the entire first round. And on that note, we'll turn it over to Al. Al, here it comes. WNPTP on the AM carrier net. This is WA2RAS.
WA2RAS and the morning AM carrier net. W1VTP in my oak chair, as you can hear. Rosie was up here on top of my, she's so tired. She's on top of my shoes. I hope I should probably build a little thing on top of it for the walls for ventilation. I love that thing. I have a little sheet. So, before you go, Andy, that SUV was designed, and I don't know how it was built, that building background is, but a bunch of engineers from Raytheon started up a spin-off company that manufactured the SPE series, which is historic. It's very hard to find a unit, and it would be worth a while to try to get that on the air. It's one of the first, I believe, solid-state units that might have been hybrid that worked the transistor in 2 directions. The little circuits, in other words, the IF circuit was used in both directions. I didn't really accomplish that, but it was quite an interesting development. It didn't catch on. I don't know if they had a patent on it, and that's why I dragged it or not. They had an interesting, not that I would want one, but they had an interesting linear amplifier. They used a whole bunch of sleep tubes. And the problem with that is sleep tubes these days are kind of hard to come by. Joe, Rosie has a problem with her appetite, or with her pancreatitis. And my doctor gave her, you might want to write this down. It's a salve that goes on it's inside of the inside of the ear where there's no skin exposed. And it's called, I'll spell it out, MIRAPAZ. MIRAPAZ. It's a salve. And what I do is I scratch her head with my fingers, and while I'm doing that, I just quickly, unobtrusively, put the salve on the tongue. And I just one swipe. We're going to go to running lines and just put one swipe in there, and that does the trick. The only thing is you have to wash your hands afterwards because I guess it's not supposed to stay on your skin. So, works very, very well for Rosie. And she's gotten a tremendous appetite as a result of that. It says apply a 1.5-inch strip topically to the inner PINNA every other day as an appetite stimulant. So it's a great way to apply. It's a topical, and it's absorbed through the skin. And Rosie has taken to it quite nicely. And, well, kitties have their personalities, and do any YouTubing. I have been hooked on kitty cat type YouTubes, and then the odd couples. And you can have a little teeny tiny pooch and a huge pooch, and they complement each other, and you can have different species complementing each other. And there's some wonderful heartfelt videos of all kinds of animals forming alliances, as you call it. A bond, actually, in my view. So I like, I'm quite the animal lover, and I love these kind of stories where animals are rescued or whatever, or they form friendships, that sort of thing. So I turned it over to, I think, Steve, K2FW. I'm trying to think if there's anything I owe you by way of communication. I can't think of anything. Good morning, a special good morning to Larry. I recognize his dress fanatic, I call it. Recognize that carrier anywhere. My spectrum analyzer. Sitting down here in Manchester. K2FW from W1VTP.
Yeah, very good, Al. W1VTP in the AM carrier net from K2FW. Great transmission, and yeah, I'm a lot like you when it comes to animals. I love to watch some of the videos, and love to hear stories of maybe a dog somehow gets lost, like in a tornado or something like that, and a few weeks later he shows up and he's rescued, and just all this kind of good stories. Even down here in South Jersey, Al, we heard Rosie meow. So give Rosie a little pat or scratch on the head from Steve here in southern New Jersey. And yeah, we're all pulling for Callie, there, Joe, and maybe the information that Al just gave you, maybe that'll help her. You said she's 11 years old. That's not really all that old, and I've had a couple of cats here live well over 20 years old. Geez, we've had about 7 or 8 now, and one made it to 24, and the other made it to 21. And I've never lost a cat shy of 16 years old. So hopefully Callie has a lot more years ahead of her, and we all wish her well. And Joe, you had mentioned in the pre-net, you had mentioned an old MFJ clock. Well, I have the original digital clock from back in the 60s that many hams had, and that's the old plastic, brown plastic Timeter clock, the old Timeter, and it's still running here. I had it as a novice, and I have no explanation for this, but it keeps really great time. I rarely ever have to reset it unless we lose electric, and it just keeps great time. And I think most everyone on the frequency, it's been a ham for a long time, remember the old Timoder clock. So it's still running here and keeps great time. So I had to mention that. Let me say hello to Jeff, the new Jeff, not the old Jeff. Well, we'll say hello to the old Jeff too. Yeah. But Kilowatt Charlie 3 Hotel Echo Quebec. My name is Steve, and we're in South Jersey, right in the middle of South Jersey, between Atlantic City and Philly. And running all vacuum tube gear here, the ICO 720 with the modulator, 730 modulator running into a tube, a vacuum tube amplifier, and listening on a 75A4. So that's the setup here, and welcome to the AM Carrier Net, and hopefully you'll become a regular check-in, and maybe even in the future get some real true AM gear, either solid state or tubes. A lot of the guys here on this net are running vacuum tube gear. Not everyone, of course, but many are. And there's still a good place for vacuum tube gear here on AM, amplitude modulation. So I won't hold it here too long, and I'll get it over to Mr. Rob, whereas I refer to him as Alf. Good old Alf. N1 ALF to get it. Pick it up there, Rob, and the AM Carrier Net. I'll be listening out through the first round. This is K2 Fuzzy Wuzzy in Southern New Jersey. Take it away, Rob.
All right. I don't know why my SWRs are different there this morning. Well, good morning, everyone, on Sunday morning. Joe will only be here for one round. I hope everybody's pet's well. As most people know, I have 2 English labs here. And actually, my oldest one, Lily, is known as my old coop. She's my little magnet there. And she's down here in the radio room constantly. She loves listening to AM. And Jeff, KC3 Hotel Echo Quebec. This is November 1 Alpha Lima Foxtrot. Rob here in the lower part of Fairfield County, Greenwich, Connecticut, right on the New York-Westchester line, just south of Westchester Airport. And welcome to Ham Radio, and welcome to AM, the best mode of all. AM is king, as I would say. So glad you're here, and feel free to stop in. You'll hear us on anything from 3.870 all the way to 3.890. Also, I operate on sideband at 3.969 at times, and others various bands of multiple destruction of ham radio. But, Steve, sorry I didn't get back to you on your email last week's comments that I was making, and thank you very much, and agreeable very much there. So we're going to go on happy notes today. Grass is growing like crazy. We had some frost here. You know, doing a lot of stuff. I'm trying to do more social distance with my other half, because I figure the more social distance I do with her, the less things she finds me to fix. So that's on that note there. What else there? Oh, Joe, I was up at Lou's Friday. I came home with a new pet, a Lamatron ALA 1500 there. Fell in my truck, and I got a nice gift from him. I sent you a picture of the light there, the 3500 Z's with my call signs on it, and it lights up in blue on a nice little mount there. So, and I'm trying to think what else is going on. Not too much. Home Depot. Oh my gosh, Home Depot in the next town over there. We went there. The parking lot was full, completely packed. It was full of contractors, more than homeowners and residential. The contractors were there. They have a nice, curbside pickup if you want. When I order something on their site there, you park in a spot there. You call them, you give them your number and stuff like that, and they come out there. And everybody's been pleasant, and I thank even everybody at Home Depot for being there. I'm trying to think, well, Amazon. Amazon's getting really backed up. Some of my stuff went missing. I got to file a report. You can't call them anymore. So don't bother calling them. You got to do everything through chat and email with them. So things are taking a little longer, and I can understand it. And I'm not upset with it, because they're taking a hit there. And their people are getting sick, but they're there getting stuff out. And all our UPS drivers, truck drivers, nurses, all our first responders. There's many thanks going all the way down the line, and hopefully we'll all get through this and this it puts us behind us there, maybe a learning experience. But accident rates are up. I kind of want to go back when everybody stayed home. Everybody's out there bad habit driving again. And what else is? Well, I think that's about it there. And like I said, welcome Jeff to AM, and we'll pass it over to Perry. And I got to give you a call later, Perry, on some stuff there where you're operating and I'm operating with OBS there. So anyway, and when you left, over to W3 MMR.
And when ALF, the AM carrier net. This is W3 MMR. Real good, Rob. Well, good morning to you. Good morning to the net. Good morning to all the to the new check-in, Jim. Jim, my name's Perry, Papa Echo Romeo, Romeo Yankee. We're located in Chester, Pennsylvania, just south of Philadelphia here in Delaware County, 7 miles southwest of the city. So we're not too far away. And the call is, yep, Whiskey 3 Mike Romeo. Running an Apache Labs Anon 200D SDR. A transceiver into a Henry 3KD Classic amplifier. Balanced L network homebrew tuner. Into a 600 ohm ladder line fed 75 meter doublet up about 65 feet. Here, everyone's coming in fairly well. The guys up north I'm having a bit of a problem with. Rob, you were strong, but Joe, there's some slow QSB, some selective fading on your signal, but Jim, you were fairly strong. Good morning to Steve. Steve, you're the channel master as always. Yiko sounds fantastic. Joe, best wishes for your cat. I hope that Callie pulls through. I'm sure everything will work out for the best there, Joe. Let me see something here. Oops. Yeah, everything will work out for the best there, Joe. I'm sure. So I would just say a prayer. I'll say a prayer for her, and things should go well. And Rob, congratulations on the AL 1500. That thing looks super clean there. So I'd be interested to know what you're going to run it with. And I believe that was it. This is my one and done, Joe. Thanks for running the net. You do a fantastic job. Hope everybody has a great week. And we'll catch you guys out here next weekend. So I turn it to Greg, KE1MI. KE1MI in the AM carrier net. 7-3 guys from W3 MMR.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Greg was hearing you before. You're not as strong as you really are, Perry. In any case, it might be between us today. But really nice to hear you on. And good morning to you. So, KE1MI in Vermont, Chile, Grand Prix Vermont. KE1MI. Then one BI.
Up here on AM, and it's a fun mode, fun band. The 75 is. 99.9% of my operating up there in 75. So, it's the only band I operate on. It's about all the time I have. So, again, welcome to you. Joe, thanks for running the net this morning.
Thanks for running the net.
Commissioner on the KCFS WebEx this morning. I'm sure I could probably get back to my local I guess it's plugged in, and of course I got a muting feature here, so I can mute that too. Pretty much takes care of the everybody in here. Everybody's pretty safe. can. That's what I do. I don't go very far. And I get back to work tomorrow. We're kind of been sporadically back and forth to the office, getting out and doing some field work, but we're slowly lifting some of the restrictions here in Vermont. And this morning I'm going to get out for my wife and I there from the local eateries is doing a Mother's Day special, so I'll pick that up later on. So with that, everyone around for me, John. I'm looking out through the first round here. That one round's been done. Like I said, I don't have a whole lot to finish the bed, K1LP, from KD1. Okay, great.
KD1NI, K1LC, 15 miles southeast of Boston. You're coming in fine here. Had a little trouble with Terry. QSV is pretty strong this morning. Anyway, dipping down below the moon. Check-in, KC3EHQ, I believe, Jeff. But in any event, welcome to CM Radio. Well there. Things improve. As far as activities, not much going on here. Pretty much staying at home. In between projects, I've got to find something interesting to do. But so far, been keeping busy this week, doing yard work, and trying to get the garden rich. Later, I guess. That's about it. I don't have much else this morning. Good to hear everyone on the net. Got a good check-in list. And everyone else is coming in fine except for Harry and Jeff. Armchair copy, you might say. So with that, I will not be back in the second round, but I'll be listening throughout the first round, and maybe some into the second round, using my Bluetooth speaker. Seems to work pretty good when I go upstairs. So with that, I turn over to Gary. K1IC. Take it. 73 to all, and hopefully we'll have a good week. This is K1LC. Yeah, I apologize. I doubled earlier. Okay. Say what I think. Then one VI. Yeah, I had heard him in there, but I could be mistaken. He was in a big conglomeration of check-ins with he and Bud and Bob had doubled and tripled in there. But he may not have stayed, or I could be wrong. Maybe I just imagined Gary's presence with his powerful presence. But you could be right, Al. I'm not hearing him, and he had two bites at the apple. So we'll loop back just in case. Maybe he had a phone call, or maybe I'm mistaken. Either way, we'll carry on here. Gary, if you're in there, just pop back in, and we'll loop you in at whatever time is appropriate. End of round 1 or into round 2 or whatever makes sense. So it looks like it's over to Bob. W1GTH. This is N1VIV.
N1VIV in the AM carrier group, W1GTH Bob in Walcott, Connecticut, and excuse me, I'll only be in here for one round, Joe, just so as you understand, and I want to say hello to our new ham and new check-in, KC3HEQ, Jeff in Ottsville, PA, and it's interesting that he's in Bucks County because actually on my father's side, that's where the first ancestors inhabited, and it was actually in Upper Mount Bethel, PA, is where they stayed for a while anyhow, and I've been spending a lot of time on Ancestry. It just eats up a lot of time, which is great under the conditions we got here, and hopefully things are going to turn around. I'm sure that if social distancing is the way that this virus is spread, that we're probably going to see a little uptake in it for a while. But what I'm hoping is that it's kind of like the flu, that it's seasonal, and it just drops right back down again. But we'll see, as they say. Hopefully that's the situation. So good signals this morning. Joe, you're coming in here real strong this morning, and the usual big guns, Steve and Al, VTP, and I'm surprised that Gary, I thought I heard K1IC in there, but maybe not. So anyhow, as far as the exercise goes, believe it or not, and this is no lie, I've been going to the gym for over 35 years. In the first 25 years, I went 7 days a week, and I back way off now. I only go 5 days a week for the last 10 years, but of course the gym has closed down, and so it's kind of a big change for me physically, and I've been getting out walking, and probably about a mile, a third of it uphill, a third of it downhill, and a third of it on the flat, and but haven't been doing any, I don't do the free weights anymore, but I do a lot of the machine weights, and just because I'm 83 years old, and so I haven't been exercising in the manner that I have for a long time, and so I can't wait to get back and resume that again. But it's not going to be easy, that's for sure. So we had a little bit of snow on the ground yesterday. It was cold here, and was spitting snow when I got up in the morning, and so I'm thinking that this spring has been a long. Hang on. Excuse me. I have a sinus condition that shows up at the most inopportune times. Anyhow, I'm going to turn this back over to, I believe it's WA1UQM Jim, and you guys will be glad to hear somebody who's got a voice this morning. So, WA1UQM, excuse me, this is W1GTH. Over to you.
Well, thank you, Bob.
Thank you very much.
We give you hope, strength, ambition, desire, and willingness. Anything you are doing, anything you kid, I don't know if you're going to go. Special hello to the new check-in Jeff. Congratulations on new home. You sound like an old pro. Very happy for you and hopefully you'll be doing other nets. Some very good net pipeline at the end of Friday. Rob, anyway, Rafi had mentioned about Home Depot yesterday. I went to Lowe's. In fact, one of those places to get some material for Cooper pool house. And I got to tell you, Rob, and others, it was like Christmas. I've never seen it. I go to this particular Lowe's often. I've never seen that many personnel working there. It's just people. I've never seen that much traffic in the parking lot. They were all wearing masks and they were all very sanitary. You walk in and before you grab your shopping cart, there's somebody exclusively standing there with chemical in hand and wipes to clean up the shopping carts. And people were keeping social distance, but with that many people there, you were walking by one another and you were in close proximity, but nobody was talking to people were hopefully not coffee or comfortable enough and getting back into the groove again. So there you go. Joe, hopefully UCAT is nice to get recovery and good friends so we're all sensitive to one's animals and health and well-being. So I hope everybody keeps safe. Yesterday I was in the shop last night working and my wife hollered at me, oh my God, she said, look outside. It looked like we were in February. The wind was howling, the snow was coming down, and it was unbelievable. But anyway, all of the plants and everything were all covered up, so Murillo's outside now uncovering things so they don't bake in the sun. So with that, 7-3, Joe, thanks for running the fine net as usual. Always outstanding, and nice to hear you check into the Lonely Guys net yesterday as well. So everyone take care and be safe. And I'm going to turn this over to my friend Larry up in the North Country. Anyone else? Go ahead, Larry, pick it up, WA1 YouTube.